Adam, yung love na to, it's something that I really treasure from the bottom of my heart because I know what it feels like to love somebody. So I make sure in my part that I also give back this love. Kasi ang laking power tong love na to. So I make sure that I'm deserving of it and that I work hard so that I can do something great out of this big love that I'm receiving. With what you said about whirlwind, I think that you're right. This is definitely a whirlwind experience for those who don't know me, especially. For those who don't know my plans, this has definitely been a shock. But on the other hand, I have always known that this is something that I would do. So instead of being a whirlwind, I am mindful of all the experiences that sabi ko nga nung screening that my goodness, I have to take a moment and breathe because this is it. This is the beginning of such a long journey for Miss Universe. So, yeah, I feel honored to be part of Miss Universe Philippines and I can't wait. To answer you honestly, I did not expect. Kasi for example, it's so funny because yung intro video, nasa car ako nun kasi nagta-travel kami. Sabi nila, magpapasa ng intro video, ganito, ganyan. So, I was going to record yung voiceover sa kung anong sasabihin kong message. And so, I was like, what am I going to say in 1 minute? So, I just thought about it for 1 minute and then said whatever I wanted to say. So, it's such an honor because in the first place, I know that this is also the judges voting. So to know that my supporters are still doing their best to vote for me, even if the judges are also voting, it means a lot to have that support. It's sobrang heartwarming, Adam, actually. Well, when I was 3 years old, I joined my first beauty pageant. And I was asked, Kisses, what do you want to do when you grow up? And I said, I want to be a Miss Universe. That's for me. And when I was 12 years old, I also joined a beauty pageant. And I was also asked, what do you want to be? I want to be a Miss Universe. And so, to answer your question, this is something that I know that I would definitely do. And that when I do this, I will put my heart into it. So it's not a shock for those people who know me very well. Yes, actually, Adam, I joined Miss Masbate Province at 16 and Miss Kaugma. And before joining PBB, I was supposed to compete also in a national pageant because I'm Miss Masbate. But then I was already locked in for PBB, so that didn't happen. But now it's here, so I'm just very excited na andito na to. Ako, definitely, ang biggest lesson is that the people around you, you have to be very open to their input. And of course, you have to trust them first. Because if I may share this, when I was 12 years old, I was a very shy girl. I had braces and nahihiya ako kasi may braces ako, tas parang basta mahiyain ako. And so, I decided that I wanted to join a beauty pageant because when you're on stage, you're forced to be confident. You're forced to forget your insecurities or whatever fears that you have. And I said, that's what I'm going to do. So I took the form and went home to my house and had my parents sign it. Pero nung actual screening na, I said to myself, oh my God, I can't do this. There's so many people watching. I'm so shy. But then my handler, his name is Alan, he said, no girl, this is what you're going to do. You're going to stand there and you're going to show them who you are. Because I know you. Syempre, in Masbate yun. Not in English. But that definitely struck me. You have to be very open because these people know you. And they know what you can do. So you have to get over yourself and just accept this destiny. So my life in high school changed because of that. And so I'm grateful for Kuya Alan from Masbate.
So may nakikita sa'yo si Kuya Alan that time na hindi mo pa nakikita sa sarili mo?
Well, I was just a girl who loves to play, and I was shy, so I guess yes.
Wow, believe ako sa'yo because how old were you then when you joined Miss Basmati 2016? So I assume 18, 17?
I was 16 years old, but then for Miss Kaugma, I already turned 17. Well, you're right about that. In Miss Masbate and Miss Kaugma, there were definitely very tall candidates. But for me, God made me who I am, and I wouldn't change anything. Not even a single thing. I am not the type of girl who says, oh, I wish I were 2 inches taller. I wish I was like this. That's never crossed my mind for some reason. And I'm thankful to God that I have that mindset because especially now that I have this platform, people can see it in your eyes. If you're the type of girl that wishes she were something different. Well, Adam, I think that to those girls who also didn't have that background, I don't think that it's too much of a weakness for them because, like I said, everybody has such individual and special qualities na sari-sarili nila. But for me, I am grateful for the experience that has prepared me for this job of a Miss Universe. I am really grateful that parang nag-align yung universe that I got to do all those things before I take on this Miss Universe Philippines role. Nag-bikini na ako before in Miss Kaugma 2016, but this is definitely my first photo shoot wearing a bikini. And ano pa yun nag-travel kami ng 17 hours and we arrived in Manila during that time. So I can't say jet lag because mas bate lang naman yun. But definitely I was super tired. But for some reason, the photos didn't register that I was tired. Maybe because this is something that I'm really happy to do. So I'm just grateful that I don't look 17 hours na biyahe sa picture. Well, Adam, first of all, I would say I'm so thankful to Aces and Queens because, for example, this swimsuit, it's from Mama Mikey Andre. She is a very talented designer and she really picked the right swimsuit for me. And I have to give props to her for that, definitely. And with what you said, Adam, about reinventing, I mean, it's so cool that all of us people can reinvent ourselves. But on the other hand, on my story right now, it's actually different because this has always been my identity. The pageant, this Miss Universe thing, it has always been mine before I joined PBB. But actually in PBB and in Star Magic, their job is to reinvent you into an image that they like or the people like. So yeah, I just wanted to say that to you because it's the first time that we met and I wanted you to know that. Definitely the hardest part is doing it online. You can't see the people in person. Only once when I went to Manila, only once did I meet the coaches, and it's really hard for me because I'm so not used to doing everything on the phone and on the laptop. I like seeing people, I like meeting people face to face, so that's the hardest part for me. As in, lockdown, why? But it's for the good and for the good of the health of our society and the Philippines para matapos na yung COVID. So I understand that. Well, Adam, meron namang online trainings. Like for example, last night we were able to do yoga with Senator Pia. But on the other hand, it's still very hard to do online trainings because, for example, the walk. But for me, the most important training really for anything, not even for Miss Universe, the most important training is how you prepare yourself. Because, for example, this job of a Miss Universe is really a job. So how do you prepare yourself for that? That's what you ask yourself. Adam, people expect me that I will have a hard time going into the pageant world because artista daw, ganyan. But I don't get it because this is so natural for me actually. More than anything that I ever did. This is so natural for me. So I just remember that maybe definitely things will be harder when you're in the top 30 already and competing in the lock-in. Pero it's really about your core and fighting for what you believe in. I think for me, no matter kung anong hardships, you fight through it. You go through it with heart strong. If you actually join PBB, you might actually feel the opposite because there's so much challenges there that your confidence might go down. But Adam, what I'm grateful for is that I have a mother and a father who really, from an early age, have taught me love. So if you have a love like that, it's like there's nothing you can't achieve. Kasi it's the best thing and that's what I hold on to. Well, hindi na sila na-shock because they've always known and I've always talked about this with them. So they were not shocked. If they're actually very happy that I'm finally going for what I want, what I really want. And yeah, they're very supportive. Actually, Adam, my mother styled me today. So, hashtag Carrie Delavin styling.
Wow! Hi, Tita! Is this her first time to style you for an interview or for a function or an event?
Well, talagang talent na ng mother ko yan. I have to give that to her. She loves clothes more than I love clothes. So, lagi na siyang nagsa-style for me sa mga lakad-lakad. Baka nga mamaya mag-ano na siya, Carrie Delavin Management. Well, hindi na, kasi busy din si Mami sa business niya eh. So, I wouldn't say that she's actually handling me. But, it's right that I'm not yet handled by any management right now. Kasi when I went here to Masbate during the pandemic, I realized that I should not sign in any management contract because I can't go to Manila yet. So I have to stay here. So sabi ko, when I come back na lang in Manila, that's the time. I think Adam, blessing din. Really blessing then there was a 1.5 year pause. So I was able to purposely think about what I'm really going to do. And that's when I realized that this is something that I would want to do in this time. So I think that's also a blessing. Whenever you mention Miss Universe Philippines, my heart just jumps a little bit. I'm just, even when I was a little girl, I just know that it's what's for me. So it's just natural for me to join here during this time. Like, it's just the one thing that I wanted to do. I would say Miss Universe 2002. That's when I was 2 years old. Old enough to actually understand what's in front of you. Maybe that time.
Yeah. So you like the winner then, si Oksana from Russia?
I I can't remember clearly, but I do remember the girls being so confident within themselves. And when I was little, I said that that's what I wanted to do. Well, I have been busy because of show business, but because of the 1.5 year pause, then I have also watched clips, a lot of clips on YouTube, and it just solidifies why I want to do this. Well, Adam, as I was saying, this Miss Universe role kasi has always been something that's close to my heart. Because when you think about a Miss Universe, you think about someone that speaks and connects to people of all ages, connects to people of all kinds of people. So much differences, and I think that that's something that's so close to my heart. And that I just know that in this journey I will really fight for that crown. Because I am certain that in Miss Universe I will be able to fulfill my dream that I have always dreamed about. And that no matter what doubts come to me, I know that I have to fight because this is a bigger purpose. The end result is a bigger purpose, bigger than myself. Because this Miss Universe platform, it's so vast, it's so huge. And what you can do in that 1 year reign is something that will go beyond you. It's your legacy.
Can I ask a follow-up question from your answer? Because, let's face it, you already have a platform. You're from showbiz. That's why you have 2.3 million followers. Pero na-attract ka pa rin sa platform ng katulad ng Miss Universe to expand your reach. I really find that interesting.
I like that you find that interesting because I find it interesting too. Because in the first place, this platform that I have as Kisses Delavin came out from show business. And I would say that what I have achieved also came from hard work. And so this time, I want to show that same hard work for Miss Universe. I think that there's just so much potential, especially that I know that I have supporters of all kinds of people from different demographics. So one big platform paired with also one big platform, that's when I know that this is for me. Because at the same time, even though I am an actress, this Miss Universe is something that's so close to my heart. So I said to myself, why not? And why not now? During this time. I don't see any reason why. Yes, Adam, I really like your question. Actually, someone told me about this. That you're too young, 22. But Adam, really, in life, it's not your age. Age is an illusion. Age is an illusion. It's how you live. And I feel like I have lived through so many things in my life, even if I'm just 22 years old. The experiences that have made me, I feel makes me ready for this job. Kasi especially now during this time of pandemic, I feel that it's my job to fill that shoe because it's a large shoe. After the competition, when you win, it's really a job. And I feel that I am ready for this. I have been ready for this for a long time. All my experiences led me up to this. So I wouldn't say that I'm too young. It really is. Kasi, for example, in show business, it's a huge platform, right? And yung effect ng celebrities that they make towards people, it's beyond them. It's bigger than them. Same with Miss Universe. Bata pa lang ako. It's really so natural for me to be interested in other people's stories, in all their backgrounds. and I love connecting to people. And if anything, if there's anything that the world needs today, it's having someone to listen to them, to listen to their stories, for those stories of people who are underrepresented, for those stories to be heard, to feel heard. And I feel, Adam, that in my reign as Miss Universe Philippines, I would go for that. Because being a miracle baby, Adam, I have always known that I have a large purpose to fulfill because I am still alive and I have survived really rare diseases when I was a kid because I thought that God has a purpose for me to fulfill and that I have to find that purpose. I said when I was young, and now that I have found that purpose, I will pursue it. I will not, I will fight all the doubts. All the girls are equally deserving. But for me, what I will do to win the crown is embrace myself fully. Because when you walk in that stage and you think, I am Kirsten Daniel Delavin, I am 5'4", I am from Masbate, and all the qualities that I have, I own. All the girls that are watching, and even guys, will also be liberated to own themselves. And I think, if anything, that's what that's why Miss Universe still exists. Because it's a platform for girls to own themselves. And that's why I'm going to fight all the doubts for that moment. Well, Adam, I think I have always come of age even before this. For a long time, I've already come of age, maybe at the age of 16. But, as kisses, I have roles that I have to play. And somehow you have to sometimes highlight the qualities in yourself that are similar to that role. You're not really being a different person, but you're highlighting the most similar to your character. But this time, I'm really myself because I am representing Kirsten Daniel Delavin as myself in Masbate, where I was raised. We have a lot of young women today that are excelling in so many avenues, art, music, a lot of things. But I feel like the number one way to translate that inspiration into real work is number one, to own yourself, your uniqueness. For that to translate into your art, you have to first own it. Because if you tone down yourself for the world, for social media, the world will not witness your uniqueness. And so that's the first thing. Own your uniqueness because you're beautiful. Social media actually is a great platform to amplify voices of underrepresented people. But in terms of myself, I don't consider myself underrepresented. I am not a minority. So in this Miss Universe Philippines candidacy, it's all about who you are, the essence of who you are, not the comments you have on social media, the views you have. It's who you are. That's what gets you to the crown for me, not the social media. Adam, I think there's a yin and yang in everything. In every good, there's a little bad. And in every bad thing, there's a little good. But I would say social media is a really big, good thing for me. Because of social media, I am able to communicate to all these people that I really treasure for 5 years. I have not even met these people, some of them. My supporters from Singapore, from Hong Kong, from UAE, from London, all these people I have not even met yet. So that's the power of social media. The negativities that are there is just a little thing that you can just say, oh, it's fine, it's just a little thing. Well, Adam, I like what you said about scarred for life. You know,
Oo.
Adam, especially as a teenager when I was 17 years old, I would say those words definitely cut me deep. I wouldn't be crying for months if it didn't cut me deep. Pero these scars, they're battle scars. And I will carry them for my entire life. It's not something that you can just disregard and decide that, oh, it's gone, it's over. No, it will always be there. Pero you need to find in yourself the strength to soldier on, rather. I like that question. I already have one certain person in mind. Aside from my mom, one other person that I consider the phenomenal woman in the Philippines is my grandmother. Her name is Dina, and she is 94 years old. And I would just like to say to all the viewers, my grandmother always likes to reiterate this. When she was a young woman, she had 18 suitors outside her porch waiting for her with roses and chocolates. But more of that, what makes her phenomenal is at the age of 94, she likes to recite poems about life, love that she's learned when she's read like 100 books. And she's a phenomenal woman. If you meet her, she's amazing.
Were you close to her?
Yes, absolutely. But I think the one thing that she taught me is that no matter what other people say, you really fight. There's a saying in Bicol that says, fight sa gata. Best in loving. I
Talaga?
would say, pag may Bicolana kang lover, definitely, or Bicolano, definitely mapagmahal ang mga Bicolano. Best in loving. Pero dagdag ko na din, mga Bicolanas are best in swimsuit and best in evening gown. I would say yes and no. It really depends on who you are. When I look at you, what do I see? The best thing about being in Masbate is the people. Because number one, all my classmates, all my super close friends from when I was a little kid, all my teachers, all the mumchies here when I joined beauty pageants, they're just the best people, the funniest, and the most fun to be with. And so my 15 years in Masbate definitely made me the strong lady that I am today. I would say I'm proud of Masbate because of the people here. Number one, no stress, please. Whatever problem you think you have to fix, don't worry because you will have time to fix it. And those problems that you cannot fix, then absolutely do not worry about it. That's the key. And that's also the key to a very long, happy life. But Adam, I will say a practical tip for everybody, especially for the girls. When I was 15 years old, I didn't whenever I put on makeup, I think, okay, maganda naman ang skin ko, matutulog ako. And then, it has a bad effect on the skin. So, to all the girls, don't put on makeup and sleep on it. You have to remove it. So, I take care of my skin better now. Knowledge or experience. I think, Adam, it's a combination of both. Because, for example, we are so blessed that we have all these knowledge and information at the tip of our fingers. It's like we can stand in the shoulders of the giants. Those who came before us, we can learn where they went wrong and what they could have done better and where they succeeded. And we can pick up from there. But on the other hand, experience, we see it from face to face. And I think it's also very essential, especially for me, all those experiences that it's made me. Experience is very bitter, Adam, especially what I went through when I was very young. But I am so thankful for it because if it didn't happen, I'm not me. I'm not who I am. It's a part of me.
So, experience then over knowledge.
Well, I would say really both. But if you
Both.
have to choose one, you have to embrace all experiences and always listen for those people who came before you. Yes, because I always think about this. Women are always like, sometimes some women settle for a lesser option. But why not choose both? You can choose both, right?
Girl, iba ka mag-isip. Usually kami sasagot kami ng isa lang. Pili ka na ng isa. Ikaw hindi. Ikaw connect mo sa dalawa.
Diba? For example, love life and career, fight to choose both. If the person is deserving, muna. Outside climate change, I think the biggest threat is the gap between human beings. For example, Adam, yung coronavirus, yung lack of education, all those things, poverty, those things can be solved because we are very intelligent humans. Look at our inventions, everything that we have put into this world. Because of the gap between humans, the lack of understanding and lack of coming together, things slow down. But if people come together, just imagine what we can do in a month, in 3 months, in 6 months. So that's for me. Coming together is the most important thing. Solidarity. I would say I would look into the eyes because I think there's something about the eyes that when you look at a person, you just know the whole package. You just know that this person is for this job. Adam, I've been asked this question a lot, and I always respond what I'm feeling at that moment. And what I'm feeling at that moment is that I will just focus in this 6 months. What I can do in this 6 months. I will not assume ahead that I have 10 years. Assume that you have 6 months. Because if you, for example, I have read this quote that if you give yourself 1 day to clean your house, you will finish it in 1 day. But if you give yourself 3 hours to clean your house, you will finish it in 3 hours. So for me, I will give myself 6 months to finish whatever thing I want to achieve, so that it will take me 6 months. Then I will move on to the next thing that I'm going to go for. I think, as Kirsten Daniel Delavin, the whole universe, I would like you to know that I am a miracle daughter. I was born out of 8 pregnancies, and I'm the only child to survive. And I feel like the universe has been very kind to me, and I make it my lifelong mission to give back that kindness. So universe, I'm going after you. There is no limit. It's just what we set for ourselves. So if you see me right now that I believe that I can achieve my goal, it's because you can too. There's no special ingredient here. We all can. Promise that. To all the kissables na nanonood, thank you so much. This is the one thing that I will never get tired of. Thanking you. And I wish I could do it face to face with extra hugs. But now I'm just here on camera. But please feel it in my heart that I am so thankful for all the support you're giving me. Thank you for all your prayers. I will definitely do my best. Papunta na tayo dito. We're going to give it our all. So thank you. I hope you stay safe and chill lang po kayo. We got this.